Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story, and today we have a treat for you. Tom Lembeck, first and foremost, good to see you.
Good to see you, Lou.
And Tom, you have an amazing MOPAR product here today. What is it that we have today?
We have a 1970 Vitamin C Hemi Superbird.
And this is pretty much the top of the muscle car chain when you put a Hemi together with a Superbird. And this one's been restored back to absolutely fantastic condition. So Tom, how long have you had this one?
I've had this car about 10 years, Lou.
And with that being said, why this car out of all the cars in the world?
Everybody's got to have a Hemi Superbird at one time or another.
Everybody has to. All right. I know, Tom, first of all, I agree with you. I need to have a Hemi Superbird, so I echo those statements. So come on back. Let's take a look at the unmistakable Vitamin C orange Superbird. And it looks just like that. So with this being said, now when you found this one, it was, what kind of condition are we talking about?
I mean, it was in unbelievable original condition. The car had been off the road since 1974, and a buddy had sold it to somebody else out west, and they drove it for one tank of gas and put it away. But it was one of the best original Hemi Superbirds that I had seen. There's a couple good ones, but 4-speed Hemi Superbirds, original motor, trans, all original sheet metal, don't grow on trees. So I drove it for a little while, and then, I don't know, just decided I was going to paint the car and do a light restoration, and then that, you know, like I always find out that once you start restoring one piece, then you got to do everything.
So come on back with me. Who was the original guy who kind of got this whole NASCAR thing going? Come on back.
Well, this was, you know, made famous by Richard Petty, the Plymouth Superbird that he ran, Petty Blue Superbird. And I guess the story is in '69 they built the Dodge Daytona, the Hemi Daytona with the wing and the nose cone, and they didn't build a car for Richard Petty. Plymouth didn't. So he went to Ford and raced for them for a year, and then Plymouth realized their mistake and built the Hemi Superbird, and the rest is history. You know, people love the wild graphics on the Plymouth Roadrunner Superbird, and you know, multiple colors. They have vitamin C. They've got the Hemi orange. They've got yellow, sublime green, white. I don't think they didn't build any black ones. So, but this was just one super original car that we did a full restoration on.
With this full restoration, one of the differences with the Superbird is the gas is in the back. Let's open up the trunk, shall we?
See that? Massive trunk.
That's immaculate. And with that being said, Tom, just you could see the original rust proofing.
Original rust proofing. You can see on the trunk floor, it's original trunk floor. And when you see this on the trunk floors, on the Cudas or these, you know, B-bodies.
The divots.
The little pock marks, that's all factory.
That's all factory.
So just an incredibly original car that has all of its paperwork, 2 build sheets. It's got the window sticker.
Let's take, you know, stand next to the car for a second, Tom. You don't see these cars back in 1970. And yet, you know, here you are with this one. I mean, what was it like, you know, getting this one in the collection?
I just figured, you know, the collection needed a Hemi wing car, and I got the Hemi Daytona, and then, you know, I located this Hemi Superbird, and I just figured, you know, Plymouth Superbird is a great, you know, Hemi car to have.
Oh, yeah.
So
why not?
Why not?
You could, so why not? I mean, I guess I'm saying, you know, you never see this on the road.
No, they're so wild with the nose cone, you'd probably crash into the guy in front of you because you can't judge distance that great. You know, these are kind of like track cars. They're, you know, you can drive them on the street, you can drive them on the back roads. They're just a little awkward as far as the length of them. You know, judging the distance between cars ahead of you. So
And there was no, there was a pistol grip on this one. There's the
it's got
pistol
the
grip.
massive, pistol grip on that. You can see the bench seat. Everything had to be gone through, the interior, the dash. I mean, everything was in perfect, original condition, or, as good as it could be after 40, 45 years. But, everything was, detailed out.
The ultimate muscle car
So,
with the Hemi.
I mean, these are true museum pieces at this point, it's the wing cars.
Let's take a look under the hood, shall we?
Michelle.
And I know you drive all of them, or for sure start all of them.
Well, this one I drove before I restored it. Like right now, I probably wouldn't be driving.
More of a
this car.
showpiece.
More of a showpiece, and I think it was more fun. Like I remember going to get fireworks up in Wisconsin in this one, and I swapped out the battery. Those red tops, they burn out. You got to keep them charged up. So just for moving the car.
E74 is the designation.
That's a Hemi. The EK2 is a vitamin C orange. Then they got the vinyl top. Bench seat is H2X9. D21 is a 4-speed. So then TX9, black interior. R designates Hemi. RM23R. And 0 is for 70. So, just everything's been reconditioned to, show condition in the car.
And with that being said, let's fire her up. Tom, do me one favor. When you start it, let's beep the horn, since it has the beep beep horn.
All right. Let's do it. Fumbling for the keys here.
That's all right. Take your time. Press that horn, Tom. The Roadrunner beep beep. Let me get it to idle. Cool out here in Chicago, so we're going to have a little condensation. Step on the brakes, please, Tom. Wonderful. Let's go ahead. Let's give it a little rev. All right, Tom, we can shut that down.
I mean, you can hear when I shut the door. I mean, some cars, just the fit and finish from the factory is really good, and then when you put them back together, this is just, before we even restored it, was an incredible driving, handling, just a really solid, car, which is, kind of unusual for these cars. But, anybody who's bought a new car knows some run better than others.
So when you bring this to the car show, what's the reaction?
Just more shock and, awe at just how, wild these wing cars are.
Even muscle cars need a hero, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I think the wing cars are the,
The heroes.
The heroes, yeah.
The heroes for sure. Tom, always good to see you. We'll take one more look as we go there. Tom, thanks for being on My Car Story.
My pleasure, Lou.